in the last session, a few things actually went down. We made our way towards the small, cursed town of Salem. As meadows and calm forests became more twisted and dark, and nature becoming more, or less serene, more unseen, we slept for the night in a clearing we called safety. Most of us slept peacefully, and those watching guard for the evening, for the most part, nothing really happened. Though, on Serin's watch, the hungry eyes of a wolf loomed in the distance. Decisions were made at the moment that avoided a potential conflict. Ellowynn awoke for her watch, and immediately took to action upon seeing that the wolf had been impaled by a sword. Her need to help animals and her love for nature and everything around her had her springing to action almost immediately. Requesting the aid of Monet, the two of them very welly, like, my god, you two did so good about, like, genuinely, you played it perfectly without killing the wolf, which was good, because it was damaged, and it is no longer. Through a series of rolls and checks, Ellowynn comforted the wolf as the small pixie woman pulled the sword out, immediately being struck by a psychic energy and a binding black tattoo of thorns. Ellowynn bonded to the wolf, becoming quick friends with it, while Monet, in pain, spoke with Allie, the two of them sharing a smoke, and discussing what potentially would come next. The night went on peacefully. Allie herself snuck off in the middle of the night to go and take care of something in particular, arriving back early into the morning. Speaking briefly with Korey, deciding Korey would scout ahead across the opposite side of the darkened lake, making sure that they were not followed. Upon going to rest, for the short bit of time that she did, instincts took over, magic took hold, and a form was chosen. Our dear... now my voice is going out. Our dear small little fox girl with blue hair suddenly shifted into a taller, slightly more muscular version of herself. As he became he, Allie became Toren for the day, and we start as the sun rises on the clearing. Me finishing up watch exactly as I said I would, where I said I would, playing a panpipe. And all of my players will awaken at this point. Throughout the night, Cookie, you had slumbered next to the large wolf. At this point, now your friend, decisions will need to be made on what you would like to do. I'll be here for an hour today. Okay, we'll go quick. Lem, after your night of sleep, how are you going to proceed? And Serin, after your full night of rest, what is the first thing you'll be doing? All of you awakening to the sound of a panpipe. Amber, shut the fuck up. You sound beautiful. Send us link. Seriously. They're not the only ones that want it, to be fair. I have a photo I need to be pulling up right now. Here we go. Character visuals will actually help. I mean, so does Cookie already know what happened to my arm, I'm assuming? Ellowynn actually got pretty instantly distracted by the seams of it. If it's up to Cookie if she really acknowledged anything that was happening towards the end of the night there, outside of focusing on the wolf. Feed my animals.
Oh.
Check on Monet because she got hurt. Okay. So, you guys can type out character dialogue if you want. Outside, she, she's got Ray, the manta ray. He's swimming about in the small little makeshift pool they had made the night before. Takes time to feed him rations. The wolf getting some extra rations for having just made a solid night. Might have to make a perception check on me. Interesting. So, what exactly will you say to her? Because everyone is awake at this point. Have a new semi-noticeable thing on my body. That is up to her. True. True. You can make a perception check if you want. Oh, and Lem, I already rolled. You still have 2 arms today. So you're good. Serin, what will you be doing in the meanwhile? If you want to text it to me or if you want to say it, if you feel up to using your voice.
I have no fucking idea.
You're waking up in the morning after a night of tinkering and re-kitting yourself, getting fully ready to go for the mission. As far as you can tell, something has happened. Everyone is kind of... You can roll a perception check. So on your character sheet, there'll be a list of stats for all of these. Perception right here. Damn. Toren and Allie have great perception, I forgot.
Oh, wow. My perception is dog shit.
See if you would notice what's different if you want to. Yeah, if you want to give, pay attention to how she's doing, that's a perception check. Otherwise, you can just talk. I'm going to regret sending that link. No, you're not. Amber, you got a fantastic voice. You gonna get nothing but praise for it.
That's a whole 7.
What exactly were you trying to perceive?
Specifically, a reason I said that is because of 2 videos on that channel.
Oh?
Or I guess I was sick, and it sounds terrible.
Hey, at least you went for it. 18 plus 3. Damn, Cook, you roll well. Okay. So if you're looking over Monet specifically, or are you just kind of observing everybody? And that goes for you as well, Serin, with your 7. So yeah, what would you guys be observing in this case specifically is kind of where I need to know what you're trying to perceive. Otherwise, at this point, Toren will stand up, putting his cloak on. He's going to start re-sparking the fire to start making everyone breakfast. Just some simple cuts of fish, a few eggs. Yeah, it's about all I have in my inventory right now that we could use. Man, I didn't pick up rations. I'm dumb. The marks. Okay, you wanna examine Monet, and yes, with that 21, you would definitely get a good indication of what is happening. You see her otherwise she looks normal, a little bit tired, not exhausted, but just a bit tired. You would see black winding vines twisting up her arm in a tattoo-like pattern. Serin, with it being pretty out and noticeable, you would notice it, but... Or no, you wouldn't notice it. So, nothing seems different to you. I guess you're kind of just perceiving her to have already had it, in a way. It's basically nothing that stands out to you. But yeah, to be fair, Serin also wouldn't have known what's going on with the arm. You just woke up for the day. Allie is making food. Or sorry, Toren is making food. I'm male today. Good morning, friends. He just sitting, waiting for the food to cook, playing his little flute. Ears bopping around, happily twitching. Yep, so with observing all of the marks and everything, do you want to inquire about them? Do you want to talk to her? Do you want to maybe try to do an Arcana check to see what they are? Serin, you, right now, it's just morning for you. Nothing seems different, though everyone seems a bit alert. And there's now a wolf. That you will perceive with that perception check. Because Ellowynn is presently being followed by a great black wolf. With marred white striping. So, looking guilty, sounding rather upset. What happened last night? I'm guessing you would say, you know, touching the hand, looking at the tattoos. Ship, we love you, bro. Thank you for being here. Okay, no problem. Toren being completely ignored will just continue making breakfast for everyone. So I will roll for survival. Wow, even with the advantage from... Galt, come on. I really do just roll like shit with this character, apparently. So +5 on the 10. It's an okay breakfast. It's by no means great, and you'll probably have to season it yourself. Choose to explain to just Cookie's character for now. Go into depth about the conversation with Eve and everything. So, for right now, in a kind of hushed tone, sitting just opposite side of the wolf, out of sight of everybody, while looking at the wolf, I see things transpired last night. Who are you saying this to exactly? The two of you are having a pretty in-depth conversation. Monet goes on to explain to you, Ellowynn, that when she pulled the sword, something afflicted her. Something latched on to her. And now she's inherited this curse of wrath, almost. It's a mission to take down certain individuals. She would go on to explain basically, it seems like everything she knows going into depth. So she would tell you that it seems like some divine being, a celestial, someone with a set of angel wings, has cursed the sword. Anyone that touches it is linked to her sensation of wrath. Eventually, it could consume her arm.
Oh,
For what you know right now, it won't kill you. You have been given special powers. Even you're not exactly sure what, though. And a mission through Eve, the angel woman thing. You're still not exactly 100% sure what she is. So yeah. A very interesting woman reached out to me. It seems I've taken on a curse. I can't get away from it.
Alright, I have to go now because I am extremely late.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have a good water polo practice, okay? We'll see you later.
Thank you. I'll see you.
See you
Bye.
soon. Bye.
hi.
I was gonna head out while you doing D&D. I feel like I'm not really.
Either choose to take out the Hand of God group, or for Eve, or a high chance of
You can
completely
hang out
losing
if
my
you
own.
want, dog.
Yeah, you don't
I
need
don't
to.
know. It's just.
Sorry, you popped in right as we started running D&D.
Yeah, I know, and that was like such not bad time, but like, yeah, I don't know. It just feels like. I know I can hang out and that, but it just feels like I'm not contributing much. So it's like.
You're okay, man.
I want to sound rude in this.
You're okay. Yep, so she's been ordered to target a cult, play aid in taking them out, or it could consume her right arm completely. In the meantime, it's a very strong curse. It's a weapon I have now. Apologize. Oh. I'm just imagining the world's tiniest hug. Ellowynn would take the time to apologize profusely. Feeling guilty for what had transpired. I'm really sorry. If I hadn't rushed in so blindly, maybe we could have thought of a way to take care of the sword without... I'm sorry this happened. Oh. Adorable. Toren will walk around, not even remotely trying to interrupt or eavesdrop, and put a plate of food in front of everybody. He puts a single plate of food in front of Ellowynn with a bit of an extra portion, appropriately pixie-sized, already on the plate. Serin, he hands you a plate of fish and eggs as well. You doing okay today, partner? And this is also, I would say, this is Serin's first time seeing Toren, so...
Is it?
Yeah, because I've only been Allie up to this point. So,
With my role perception, would I be able to tell it's the same person?
Absolutely could. The defining features are literally blue-haired half-elf. This is slightly taller, more muscular, kind of more masculine. They still have fox ears.
Okay.
So, yeah, go ahead and
fuck.
roll.
I'm being shot at. 1 second.
That doesn't sound fun. So yeah. Monet goes on to comfort Ellowynn, telling her to look at the beautiful creature that you saved. Look at how we worked together to deal with this. We'll get through it. Taste the food and immediately find some herbs around us to season both mine and Cookie's portion. As I said, it was a bad roll. That's on me. Sorry, cooking more for necessity.
Okay, fucking 17.
Survival check to see what you can find for herbs. No problem. Yeah, with the 17, you know. You can pretty much instantly tell this is the same person. Though, a lot calmer.
Let's just do this.
Do I? I don't really think I do. Anyway, enjoy your food. Hurry up and eat, guys. We need to get on the road. We don't want to waste too much time. We're going to run out of daylight before we make it to Salem. One of my features to find vegetarian food in places where plants grow. Do I roll with advantage? Yes, absolutely roll with advantage. Well, I guess if it is one of your features to just find food, let's just say you have a little spice pouch to make this easy. Don't even bother rolling. There's no point in adding rolls that don't need to be. We don't need to eat up time for you to go find the 11 herbs and spices. So you throw, let's see, fish, and you throw a little bit of garlic and some sage in there with some salt, a little bit of pepper. I mean, it's an adventurer's pouch. If you're making food on the road, there's a good chance part of your kit is just spices. Spice bags are literally a thing.
Make it so easy.
All right. But, everyone eats, feels a little bit better as they all wake up, get going for the day. Cook, I'm assuming you pull Ray back into the amulet. Are you going to keep the wolf at your side, or do you want him in the amulet for right now? Otherwise, Toren will just look down the road and say, it's about a half day's travel left. If we get moving now, we can take care of this pretty quickly. Yep, at your side. Perfect. Yeah, Toren's just gonna shift into his fox form, walk down the road. It's a little fluffier and a bit bigger than when he's female. The ears are just a bit bigger as well. So he's just gonna trot down the road, and he's gonna free use his tails to start looking at his tarot cards. Since they count as appendages, I can do this. So while we walk, I'm doing a tarot reading. Meaning the travel checks are on the three of you. So who wants to make the first travel check? Unless anyone has anything else they want to do before we break down camp. May I sit on Mr. Wolf? You may sit on Mr. Wolf. I am a fox reading tarot cards.
Lot.
Really? You don't pay $20 for
Travel check?
card?
So essentially, you're going to declare one action that you can use to aid in this travel. Each of you will make one. You can do anything from like, I'm going to scout ahead a little bit, try to find a good path. I'm going to try to intimidate anything that might come our way. Sometimes it's just as simple as, I'm going to play music to uplift and invigorate us. You can do a lot with travel check. Anything that could potentially aid in travel in some way.
Sorry.
Okay. I've got my reading ready to go, so I'm doing that, since it doesn't seem like I'm being impeded. Question, am I still at full health? Oh no, you long rest has been applied. That was only like a 20-minute period into the night. By the time you all laid back down, you had enough time to get a long rest in. Like to check the paths. We're gonna go ahead and make a survival check for me, Cook.
I am me.
Making sure the paths you take are safe. Go ahead and make a survival check. Oh, checking nature. Yeah, I'll actually allow that. Because this is the part of the forest that started to get a little more twisted and dark. So, you go ahead and make a nature check instead of a survival check. At advantage, please, because you are La Druid. Me, on the other hand, 3 of Wands reversed. Indicates a delay in rewards. Fuck. And a delay in payoff. Don't like that. May have big plans in your future, but something seems to be holding you back. Wait a minute. You feel like you're stuck in a rut. Can't find your way out. You may be lacking patience. Remember, success takes time. You need to be patient and persistent in your endeavors. Huh. Emmy, how are you? 13 plus 2. Okay. I'll fly out, look in the directions. So you're scouting from the air. So you can go ahead and roll me a perception check. At advantage since you're going from the sky. Austin, whatever your third travel check will be. Cookie, on a 15, you're able to pick up some pretty okay trails. They're a bit rougher terrain, but the way you're able to lead through the brambles and woods, no one's got to suffer through any movement damage from bramble patches. So you've done a good job. The druid has done well. And so that's past. Here's present. The King of Pentacles. Interesting. Epitomizes someone who is hardworking and dependable. You may have achieved great success in your endeavors, particularly in the business. This is all really accurate, actually. That's crazy. Knack for creating long-term financial success. Yep. 15 plus 2, so 17. No problem. Got woken up from my nap, but it was worth it because Chinese food. That's good. Okay. Yep. So you, Lem, with a 17, as you do fly up, to the north, there are 2 paths. One fork down kind of towards a riverside area. You see several campfires set up in that riverside area. The opposite way, which goes to the northeast, looks like it heads into a small burg, maybe a shire of some kind. You see stone walls very far in the distance. Okay. Future. The sun. Ooh. Represents the success and joy, warmth and happiness. This is a good sign. The sun shows up when life is sunny and you're enjoying your time with the people you love. This is a very good sign. Life is simple rather than complicated. Relationships are blossoming and you're feeling loved. Yep. Okay, that's actually a really good sign. Starting a new business, embarking on a relationship, expecting a baby. This is a reminder that anything is possible and that you have the power to create your own reality. I'm getting that fucking wand! Toren's very happy with his reading. Fly up, look in directions. We're going. Yep. And 15. What were you doing again, Austin? Playing an instrument? Okay. So performance check was a 15. Yeah, it's not terrible. Playing a little jaunty tune. Upon hearing this, Toren will immediately shift back to human form. And on a 19, joins in with you, taking the lead of the song. He's joining in with his panpipes to match your lute. So it's just a very nice little jaunty travel tune. And with 3 successful travel checks, that's a half of a day passed. It is about midday now. The sun is high in the sky. There are more creatures and noises active in the forest as of this moment. And we are approaching what appears to be the fork in the road mentioned earlier. Sitting at the fork in the road, you see a cart missing a wheel. Not missing, the wheel is splintered completely on one side. It looks as though it's been bashed in. There is one dead horse in front of the carriage, still tied in the harnesses. The carriage looks like it's been poked and pilfered with arrows, stabbed with swords, burned a bit. Whatever happened here didn't look fun. That's probably not good. Toren continues down the path to the northeast, not stopping. I knew that was coming. Toren will immediately turn around and just comfort you and go, "There's nothing we can do about it. You need to just not worry about it. Whatever's going on doesn't necessarily involve us. A proper burial." Soft 20, so look, whatever did this could still be close, and I can see smoke trails coming from the sky right now. Whatever you want to do, we need to do it quick. Do you have a way to bury the horse fast? Serin, what do you do as we stumble across this and the two of them start immediately springing into action to bury the horse?
What about a burying horse? I thought it was a burning town.
No, not burning town. Huh? No, it's a cart with a smashed-in wheel and a dead horse tied to the reins.
Oh, fuck.
That medicine kicking your ass?
Oh,
Gonna do a perception check quickly to see how it died. Okay. You're gonna make me describe this and it's gonna kill her. I'm gonna go lay down, my head is pounding. No problem. You go do what you need to do.
I'm gonna roll investigation and check out the cart.
Okay. Yeah.
As soon as I kill this thing.
So, Serin's gonna check the cart. This headache is awful today. Go drink some water, Cook. Get some rest, okay? We'll bury the horse.
18.
We'll keep Ellowynn alive. Don't worry. Okay. So, you go investigate the cart. Lem, you investigate the corpse of the horse. Or, sorry, you perceive the corpse of the horse. From what you can tell, it was shot in several places with what appear to be arrows, though more bolt-like. Whatever's still left there is just the metal heads themselves. And there is a clear gash across its face where it was impacted with something rather heavy. Serin, the cart looks as though it was torn in two from the back, as if something grabbed onto it while it was in motion. You're not exactly sure what happened, but you do see claw marks on the back of the wood. Deep, three-lined gashes in the mantles. One of the bucklers of the back of the cart is torn off completely. You see punctures in the wood where something latched on. Quickly do a perception check around to make sure no one's lingering. Go ahead and make your roll. The cart itself isn't in better shape in the interior. This is bad. I rolled a 1. You see nothing right now. Toren.
Sorry, I'll just a few streams. Just working dirty.
Toren is going to look at you, Monet, and just say, do we want to bury it? Or would burning it be fine? Whatever did this wasn't friendly. What did you find? Do have to step out here in a moment. My brother is bringing a heater so we can attempt to stay warm. That's good. No problem. If we need to wrap this here, it was a short one, but it was a good one. We'll try to be more organized. Hopefully everyone will be feeling better and not as much shit will be going on in people's lives. No, you're good. You're good. We can finish up these checks real quick. So yeah, Toren will look at you, Serin. What did you find? Do you have a little time still? Nope, you're good. You're good. But yeah, Toren will also look at you, Monet, and just say, I don't have the means to quickly bury it, but we could burn it. And as he says this, golden holy flames surround his fingers. Austin, did you hear me? That might be the case, but we don't even know if we're still being watched. Anything could be here. Might not be the smartest. Do a prayer for it. Cover it with some leaves, branches, and flowers. I'll help. I'll offer a prayer to Loki. He likes horses. I got a 21 on my religion check as we begin to bury it. He's going to wave his hand, and just in front of it, he's going to touch the ground. Holy shit, we both rolled a 21. Okay. The prayers are met. Peace overcomes the area for the moment. Toren reaches down and touches the ground, and from his fingertips, a green energy source pours into the ground. Ellowynn, knowing what this is, will do the same. And a ring of flowers will appear around the corpse of the horse. We will get up, and Toren will just say, "We need to get going. If we stay here, we're likely to figure out what did this quicker than we want to." So, northwest or northeast?
Oh, wait, starting by.
Serin, what are you doing during all of this? Austin, are you there?
I'm here
What are you doing during
Just
all of this?
thinking.
I gotcha. Just being very quiet.
What happened to attempting to save my voice?
In chat as well. Card's been ripped in half. I mean, we can clearly see the damage done. Anyone have any idea what would have done this?
I'm going to run a 1 minute ad and I will be right back.
What would that be, a nature check?
Yeah, it'd be a nature check. I know what Cookie's nature plus is, so we can just roll that, I guess. The siblings will do their individual ones. Plus a 3, the nature child comes out of this with a fucking 21 or 22, of course. Hey, I also get a 22. Ellowynn would look up and just say, "It's another kind of wolf. Bigger, more ferocious. Might be dangerous." And Toren will look at you guys and say, "My money personally would be on werewolf. With the reputation of the town and everything, we're getting closer. I have a pretty strong feeling that we're about to start encountering some things we weren't expecting." Yeah, Toren only thinks this because there was rumors of vampires already in the area. But those were just rumors. So, but, you know, best to bring it up now. So, yep, you stay on alert. We start heading down the northeastern path. And for that, as we move towards the small burg of Salem, the stone walls all mossed over, blackened stone, cobbled together in a tall 8 to 10 foot wall, wrought iron spikes poking the top of every point of the wall. Small carvings indented into the wall signify that of demons and angels dancing in the moonlight in different places on the wall. Ruins carved in the scriptures of these angels and demons in long, thick ribbons of text above each mural. The gates themselves, closed and sealed, barred shut by a black bar and 3 heavy, locked chains. On the top of the gate, underneath the word Salem, in a runic language that I will have to see if any of our players actually know. You're not sure what it says, but it stretches a ribbon of text across, and the gates are barred shut, heavy and thick. We all stand in front of the gates, and from what you can see on the other side, a long, twisted path leading through a cemetery just at the front of the town. May I cast Comprehend Languages? You can, Lemon! Go ahead. In a long, twisting path down the road, heavy fog sits over an open, grassy field, which reveals underway a cemetery. There are lanterns lit on some of the graves, though burning dimly. What do I do? Just roll for a D? Yep, just go ahead and, Comprehend Languages just lets you understand languages for 24 hours, so you can just read it now, can't you? Hi, Kurt. How was the rest of work?
Busy and tiring.
Sorry.
Wait, yeah, what the fuck?
For the duration... Yep, lasts 1 hour. You understand the literal meaning of any spoken language you hear. You also understand written language that you see must be touching the surface on which the words are written. It takes 1 minute to read 1 page of text. So yeah, you just need to float up and touch it. Why is my friend calling me now? They know I don't call people on Fridays. Maybe they just want to check on you. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'll touch it and yeah. Okay. So, no check is needed here. As you touch the word, it says 1 page for a minute. This is 1 bar of text, so this would take seconds, I would guess. I'll read it out loud. As you read it out loud, it states the phrase, "Abandon all ye hope who enter. A place where the dead walk, lost and forgotten. By a name holds power, by a name be laid to rest." Toren will look up as you read this out loud and go, "You are fucking kidding me. That is not what that says." It is indeed what it says. So yes, abandon all faith, ye who enter this desolate place where the undead walk, free but forgotten. A name by what holds power, a name be laid to rest. Serin, it could mean a lot of things, man. Could just be an ominous warning. Something to scare away tourists, potentially. Toren is going to step forward, pulling out his thieves' kit.
Why do I not? Not that.
And I'm going to re-roll that. I didn't do better. I'm going to re-roll that. Oh, can I burn all 3 of my luckies trying to open this fucking gate?
Yes.
Oh, I rolled a 5, a fucking 7, and a 4. Well, these are magical locks. They're not coming off easily. I say as I break a lock pick.
Oh, well, that means my solution won't work either.
Yep, shooting them probably won't work either, if that's what you're thinking. Well, maybe. Is your gun magic? No, that's stupid. We shouldn't do that. How big is the lock? It's a hefty. Each one is about this big, old spade-style lock. There's 3 of them that hang from the black chains that all weave around in between each other. It looks like it would require all 3 locks to be off. Like the keyhole. Okay, what are you suggesting, just out of curiosity? Because it's a bigger, old-style keyhole. Are you wondering if you're small enough to fit inside?
Holy, what the shit? 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 boxes.
I have tiny swords, but I am also tiny. That is true. Aren't you about a foot tall?
No, I mean, of course you can't not exist.
Like, that big?
Sorry.
That big? What are we? 8 inches? Little less than a foot tall? So you're slightly bigger than the lock itself, but not unreasonably so that you couldn't put a sword in there and try to break it. Not quite a foot, yeah. You want to make sleight of hand check for me? Toren is going to try to help you. Yeah, I'll provide help action here. So you'll roll an advantage. Gonna try with my useless daggers. Please tell me. No shit. You got the natural 20? Was it on the first or the second roll? Was my help even needed, or did you just walk up and go and open it? Fuck. Okay, so I'll save my help action for the second lock. Toren just kind of looks at you impressed. Well done. Alright. I have 1 lockpick left, so I'll try the second one. You try the other one, and I'm gonna cast... Or I'm gonna use my Artificer ability to enchant my lockpick. Just for a short time, giving it a magical property. That is so much better. Oh my god, soft 20, the second lock pops open right away. I feel a bit redeemed. So, third lock, 17 on the second. Okay. So this one takes a bit more effort. And you kind of... You work it... You feel it kind of give a bit. As the lock pops open, though, you do hear a twing as the useless dagger does snap. Not in half, the tip just breaks off. Toren will just look over. That didn't sound good. But the third lock does fall off as well, clantering to the ground. The chain pulling itself out, falling down because of its weight into a large coiled pile in front of the gate. Ellowynn and the wolf have just been sitting there for the time being, observing. About this point in time, Korey would come up down the road, coming out of stealth, out of the bramble and forest, to rejoin the party as the gates begin to squeak themselves open. The weight of the old rusted gates seeming to fall down a mucky hill and open themselves as if just slightly. A clearer indication in a path gives light that there are small flickering blue lights amongst the fog, giving an eerie illumination to the paths of the common walking. That same mossy style black stone peppers the ground in little patches, making for makeshift walkways, not fully cobbled, but only in patches. Construction is crude and rough, but manageable for footing. Well, this day is just getting weirder and weirder. Toren's gonna head in. Ellowynn will follow behind, Wolf at her one side, Toren just slightly in front of her at the other. Korey will follow shortly behind. Arcana check to see if it's magical dash cursed. Okay. Go ahead. Are you checking the locks, the chain, the ground, the area itself? What are you looking for? And yeah, go ahead and make your Arcana. The area itself. Go ahead and roll Arcana. Toren is going to grab the amulet around his neck, the small silver coin inscribed with that of a antlered individual. And he just begins to silently offer a prayer. Serin will head in, keep his guard up. Okay. And on a 22... Monet, as you begin to... The wolf you're riding now, I'm guessing you went back to riding the wolf, or are you just kind of observing as you move? Whichever one, from your perspective. As you move with the group, you notice that there is heavy malice and malevolence hanging over the area. Fluttering around in the air. Okay. Yeah, as you flutter, you feel a heavy burden of malice and malevolence in the area. it doesn't give off an unsimilar feeling to your own personal affliction. There's a heavy sense of dread. There's definitely a feel of anger in the magic. As you say this, Toren's ears will fold back on top of his head, and he will look over to you guys. She's very right. Everything about my body is telling me to get out of here. I think I understand why on the way in we stopped seeing birds. They avoid this place instinctually. I know because mine are going absolutely crazy right now. What the hell is this place? Yep. Keep your guards up, something feels really bad. Everyone, make a perception check, please. Before the door closes behind us, I'd like to set something to keep it from locking us in. Okay, so you just take a small piece of, or a piece of stone that would block one side of the gate from completely locking. I'm not going to make you make a check for that. You brace the door, and you, I'm guessing, continue after your party. Everyone can go ahead and make me a perception check, please. Okay. $17, $19, and a 20. Yes, 27 from myself. Brother just got here. I'll make this quick. As we move through the parts of the town, Lem, you see, you'll be back momentarily. No problem. I'll tell you what you see in a moment. Serin, as we're moving, you see in the distance the silhouette of a very large castle up on a twisted hilltop. And we'll wait just a moment for Lem to get back. Alright, guys. How's everyone holding up? Hope
Yeah, just having a voice.
Go get some water. Good. I can't stop yawning. Sam, we haven't heard from you in a moment. You doing okay, bud?
As good as I can.
Life is of little value in Rome.
Rolled me a natural 20 on that perception check, by the way. Serin, I will say, the other thing you do see, very, very high above the castle, you see what appears to be it's a silhouette against the night sky, moving quickly, but a large winged creature.
Is it moving?
Oh yeah. He's circling around the castle.
Can I aim at it using my goat?
Yeah. Perception check at advantage, please.
Say what?
Perception check at advantage, please.
Well, I don't know why I did that, because I nat 20 the first roll, so 22.
Okay. Yeah, no, on a 22, as you zoom in, you get a very clear indication of what the shape of this creature is. Give me 1 sec. I'll just pull it up.
I'm trying to, Emmy, but fucking it's getting obnoxious typing dialogue in chat.
It's okay, man. You're only dealing with this a couple more days, probably. Or you might be sick forever.
I mean, technically I am sick forever. I'm disabled.
Hush thee. This is what you see.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Mentally insane. God, stop it, you. How's D&D going? Good. We're doing the wrap-ups. We gotta wait for Lem to get back real quick. We're just chilling. Austin found a griffin. No one tell Cookie. Maybe we can kill it. Might actually be able to get some experience.
I kind of doubt this thing's friendly, so we're probably going to have to kill it anyway.
I will say, that is a normal stat block, by the way.
Fuck.
That the one you're seeing is large with black feathers, a more crooked beak, bigger talons, beet red eyes. Yeah, that thing isn't a normal griffin.
Above game, does it have the same stat block?
No.
Fuck.
Actually, while most griffins look to have more of an owl-like feature, or sometimes an eagle, this one looks as though it was the griffin of a... It looks like a crow or a raven of some kind for the bird portion.
Oh, God. That's actually more horrifying.
Is it really?
A little bit.
Well, Morgana just turned into a car. God. Anywho, back to Minecraft. What? Emmy, what's wrong?
Oh, fuck.
But I think we will go ahead and wrap that session for tonight. I know it's been a shorter one, but it is fine. Cookie is still not feeling the greatest at the moment, so we're just going to let her chill. Lem has some stuff to deal with, and I will fill her in on perception checks and anything we'd like to do. In the meanwhile, we'll be updated in the next recap. We're going to try to make it happen next Friday again. I love you guys. More Ravencroft soon. Bye, YouTube.